Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about sphenoid bone, and here at the side you can see the diagrammatic representation of sphenoid bone superior view, and at below you can see the diagrammatic representation of sphenoid bone posterior view. Let's start our topic with introduction. Sphenoid bone is a single butterfly or bell-shaped bone. As you can see in diagram, it is located at the base of skull, just in front of temporal bone and behind the frontal bone. It spans the width of skull and articulates with nearly every other cranial bone. Hence, the term is keystone bone. Let's talk about anatomical parts of sphenoid bone. It includes body of sphenoid, greater wings of sphenoid bone, lesser wings, and pterygoid processes. Now let's talk about these anatomical parts one by one. First is body of sphenoid. That is central cube-shaped portion. As you can see here in diagram, it houses the sphenoidal sinuses, that are air-filled cavities that open into the nasal cavity. Second, it has sella turcica, that is also called as Turkish saddle, that is a saddle-shaped depression on the superior surface that holds the pituitary gland, one of the brain's most crucial endocrine organ. It features the dorsum sella, that is the back wall of sella turcica, and tuberculum sella, that is the front wall of sella turcica, as you can see here in the diagram 1. Further talking about anatomical part, it has greater wing of sphenoid bone that extend laterally from the body to form part of cranial floor, lateral wall of skull, and orbit, as you can see in diagram number 1. It is perforated by key openings like foramen rotundum, that is for the maxillary nerve, foramen ovale, that is for the mandibular nerve, and foramen spinosum, that is for the middle meningeal artery. Now, further talking about anatomical part, we have is lesser wing of sphenoid bone, that is thin triangular projection extending horizontally from the front of the body. It forms part of the posterior orbit. It houses the optic canal, a passage for the optic nerve and ophthalmic artery. Next anatomical part of sphenoid bone is pterygoid processes. There are two downward projections from the junction of the body and greater wings. Each consists of medial pterygoid plate and lateral pterygoid plate. It provides attachment for pterygoid muscles that are important for chewing. Next, let's talk about articulations of temporal sphenoid bone. Sphenoid bone connects with 12 other bones, including frontal bone, parietal bone, temporal bone, occipital bone, and ethmoid bone, that are the cranial bones, and it also articulates with the facial bone, that are zygomatic bone, palatine bone, vomer bone, and maxilla. Its central position allows it to integrate multiple cranial regions functionally and structurally. Now let's talk about functions of sphenoid bone. The first is structural support. It provides structural support for skull base and orbits. Second is it protects critical neurovascular structure, including the optic nerve and internal carotid artery, as it passes through it. Third is it supports the pituitary gland, that is the key to hormonal regulation. Next is it contributes to sinus drainage and resonance for voice. Now let's talk about clinical significance of sphenoid bone. First is pituitary tumor that is often assessed surgically through the transsphenoidal approach through the nasal cavity and sphenoidal sinuses. Second significance is sphenoid sinusitis, that is rare but can cause deep-seated headaches and neurological symptoms. Third is skull base fracture, as it may involve sphenoid and bone and risk damage to the optic nerve or cranial nerves. Now let's talk about conclusion of this lecture video. Sphenoid bone is one of the most architecturally and functionally intricate bones of skull. It quietly supports key brain structure. It facilitates chewing, guards essential cranial nerves, and shapes your eyes. And this was all about sphenoid bone. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.